What's up, everybody? I was just kind of going through some movies, so I thought it might be fun to jump on here and talk about some random shit with y'all. I don't know. Um, I need to. I have a bunch of movies in my bedroom, and I mean, I got my movie shelf back here. I don't really want. I'm always buying stuff, and I'm always, getting rid of certain things. So I don't really want to have more than one shelf. Maybe a couple. Maybe I'll upgrade to a second shelf because I got movies in front of movies on this shelf. But I don't want to be one of those guys with a fucking just a room full of like. I mean, it'd be cool, but I feel like the amount of movies I already have right here, I have more movies on the shelf than I'll probably like. I probably won't be able to watch all these again. I might be able to make it through some of them. I don't know, man. I have a lot of movies, so anyways, thought it might be fun, for you guys to jump on here and bullshit with me for a little bit. I don't know what camera angle I should do. I guess that'll work. I'll sit over here. Ah. Let's see what we got down here. So I got all these really cool. I if you're on my YouTube has my YouTube has a show called Badass Movie Time. I did a couple years ago. I showed off a good chunk of my collection. It's grown since then, but I don't really know if I'm gonna do any more of those anytime soon. But there's an episode with all my like I love these like 10 movies in one pack. Oh, this is a good one. Nightmare Fuel. Got Christopher Lee on the front there. It just has a bunch of different movies. It has, Abrax, Guardian of the Universe, Driller Killer, House on Haunted Hill, Laser Mission, Manos, The Hands of Fate. But yeah, this stuff's fun. These ones, where is it? These big ones are really cool. This was the first one I ever got. My mom got me this. But I have like a whole stack of just 50 old movies in one. My sister got me it's up there. I'm not gonna get it right now. She got me 200 movies in one. It has a really cool holographic Grim Reaper and everything. Yeah, check out Badass Movie Time. Those are on the bottom shelf. I got Charlie's Movies. Just a bunch of TV series down here. I got the complete series for Real Monsters. Weird Science, Freaks and Geeks. I got all the Twin Peaks, all 3 seasons of Twin Peaks, which is pretty cool. As well as The Sopranos. Got all the Sopranos in one set. Which is pretty dope. Obviously, this stuff stays on the shelf because it's cool. Let's see. So this from this point up is all horror movies. And this is not horror movies. So we'll go through this first. Because I got less space down here for all that. Oh, we got some horror movies down here, which is pretty weird. Got. I think they're in here. I know they are. So my mom always would get me. She has a habit of getting me like the worst possible movies on my birthday. She does it on purpose because she knows I like bad movies. So we got Tom Savini in Demonic, which is completely unwatchable. It's not a very good movie, but it was fun to watch. Like the first time I watched it. And then we had this Children of the Corn remake, I guess, whatever it was. When did this come out? 2009. You know, my mom got me that for my birthday. So, okay, those aren't very good movies, right? They belong on the shelf. They're special. A movie doesn't necessarily have to be bad to be taken off the shelf. It's just something that doesn't belong on the shelf. It's in my brain. I'm not disrespecting anybody's movies by putting them in this box. Don't worry. But we got some pretty good stuff over here. Just some comedies. We got the Friday movies, Jackie Chan box set, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Freddy Got Fingered is a great movie. Tom Green's Freddy Got Fingered is great. Um, the rest of that can stay up there. I just got this recently. The Wolf of Wall Street's great. This goes along with Goodfellas. It's like a trilogy: Goodfellas, Casino, and then The Wolf of Wall Street. Oh, cool. Paprika, my only PSP movie. I mostly kept this because I just wanted to show people like that this was a format. At one point, pretty cool. Oh, I think most of the stuff on here is good. Most of it is stuff that I would like to keep on here. Maybe Zach and Miri make a porno though. No offense, Kevin Smith. Another movie that goes good with Paprika is Takonkin Creek. I think these came out the same year, probably 2007 or so, 2006. I think these were in awards together, yeah, 2006. This is based on Black and White, which is a really cool movie. Or a really cool Japanese comic, excuse me. Yeah, I got some good stuff. I got American movies, great documentary. If you've never seen an American movie, I think most of this can probably Clash of the Titans. Got the RoboCop movies down here. Borat. That new Borat was really good. I enjoyed that new Borat. Conquest. It's great. Well, friends, we didn't get rid of much, but I can make some room here. Wall Street. Oh, Virtuosity, baby. Classic. One of my friends on Facebook was talking about that movie, and it was funny because I just watched it a couple nights before. Well, I love my copy of Sin City. I got the Marvin copy. Great movie. You know what? I found a movie that doesn't need to be on here. Ichi 1. This is a prequel to Ichi the Killer. I was excited to see this, but it's a weird movie, man. He just like the main guy like ejaculates on stuff when he gets excited from fight. I don't know, man. It's a weird movie. We got Lomas Tragico del Jaripio. This is bullfighting DVD I got at Best Buy. I remember some kid brought this in to PE when I was in the 8th grade, and anytime somebody dies during these bullfights, a little skull pops up on the screen. So I saw this at like Best Buy or something. Me and my friend Emil watched it one night, and his mom came home and she's like, "What is this?" And we're like, Mexican death bull riding or something like that. It's pretty cool. That's gotta stay. Oh. Now I'm not legally allowed to own this movie. Because it says right here, first of all, if you ain't a juggalo, then don't even buy this. Put it down and just grab something else. So there's like a disclaimer on here that I'm not supposed to own this movie if I'm not a juggalo. Big money hustlers. the shrink wrap had this sticker on here because it told me that it's PlayStation 2 compatible, and I thought that was so cool. Because obviously the time period this came out, I guess that was like a big deal. Like, oh, you can watch this on your PS2, 2001. So I'm happy I own that. That's good stuff. I'm not a juggalo, but I do own this. So hopefully ISP understands that I just like their dumb movie. This movie's fucked up. Old Boy. I tried watching the remake of this and I just couldn't. I couldn't hang with the remake. I love Josh Brolin. I like Spike Lee. I don't know. Maybe I should give it a fair shot. Oh baby, we got Dragon Ball: The Magic Begins. I have. I think is it Dragon Ball Evolution or some shit. I used to like Dragon Ball Z when I was a kid. This is 1993, I believe. But I'm so happy I own this movie. This is a weird ass movie. And this is Chinese, right? Which is weird because Dragon Ball is Japanese, but Dragon Ball is based on Chinese mythology, if I remember correctly. And China did a movie on it. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Just a stack of movies you have all probably seen. The Departed, Into the Wild's great. Fucking love this movie. Sean Penn directed Into the Wild. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons, wonderful. I did a paper on Genghis Khan, and I don't remember the exact thesis, but basically it was like how I watched the movie Mongol: The Rise of Genghis Khan. That was my assignment, right? So my paper that I wrote like a 12, 14 page paper on, is this film accurate to what little knowledge we actually have on Genghis Khan, which is a really cool concept and really fun to write about because there's only so much information we have on the dude, and it mostly goes back to the secret life of Mongolians. But yeah, this movie kind of portrays Genghis Khan as a hero, and anyone who's studied any kind of world conqueror probably knows otherwise. Hopefully, he's romanticized about a lot nowadays, which I wrote a lot about. Like I thought that was pretty interesting. Falling down. Anybody having a bad day? This movie always comes to mind. Like, is today the day I go Michael Douglas on everyone? Just lose it. I got some amazing canon films. I love Cobra. I love all these movies actually. Over the Top's pretty fucking. And I don't really care for the Hitman either, but just those three movies alone: Bloodsport, Cobra, and Masters of the Universe is great. Dolph Lundgren, man, he had some cool movies in the '80s. I like that Dolph Lundgren Punisher is great. My grandpa showed me that when I was really little. It came on. I think he had a VHS with Quigley Down Under, and I was like, whatever, watching a crappy western with my grandpa when I was like 6, and then The Punisher came on, and the opening credits that I thought it was a horror movie, and it came on. Man, I fucking love that movie. Probably my favorite Jet Li movie. I love Kiss of the Dragon. Kiss of the Dragon's what got me into Jet Li when I was a kid, and I like the one. I think I have the one on VHS over there. But the best Jet Li movie. It's weird. I saw this when I was deploying the night. So like when you deployed in the military, you end up sitting around for a long period of time while they're processing you and getting you all ready and stuff. So you're in like full uniform. You got all your shit, and you're sitting in a room. So they played Shaun of the Dead, which is like I was like, oh cool, finally. Like so I watched Shaun of the Dead. This is on New Year's. I deployed to the Middle East on. We watched the ball drop in my dorms, and then me and my supervisor drove to the place that we were going to deploy out of, or we waited to get on the commercial jet. You're basically debriefed and you're silenced before you leave. There's all this stuff that they do. And we sat there and watched Shaun of the Dead, and then my favorite Jet Li movie ended up becoming Unleashed. This movie's so fucking cool. Jet Li is a very abused man who has a dog collar on, and Mario from Super Mario Brothers takes the dog collar off, and then Jet Li basically just kicks a ton of ass. It's so good. Um, I thought it said Terry Gilliam directed or produced this. I was like, what? Bob Hoskins. Jeez, sorry. Probably shouldn't call him Mario. He had a pretty good career. Hard Boiled. John Woo. Anybody? You guys know anything about John Woo? All right. That's all suitable for the show. Okay. There we got a little more space. Creed. I got Creed 1 and 2, which is really weird because I don't own. I bought these because they were so cheap when they came out. They were like $5, and I hadn't seen them yet. But I don't own any Rocky, and I love Rocky. I love the whole series of Rocky. It's something I should probably get one of these days. I wouldn't mind owning Rocky. That's great. The original Rocky is like one of the best independent films ever made. Like it's perfect. The sequels are questionable, I suppose, but I'm a big fan of Rocky. Get the Sopranos back up here. Oh. Sega. Okay, well I got 2 movies out of all that. Let's see. Well, the Trauma movies aren't going anywhere. Well, that might need to go somewhere. That's a pretty bad one. There's supposed to be 2 volumes to this. Did the volume 2 ever get released on DVD? Dude, what's up? I remember I followed the making of so when I was 7, my dad came home with a VHS for the Toxic Avenger, which I have up here on the shelf somewhere. I don't think you can see it. There's a Toxic Avenger right there. It's on display. And that was like my favorite movie when I was 7. I don't think my dad understood what I was watching, but and then when I was a teenager, me and my friend Emil got Class of Nukem High, which turned out to be almost as good as Toxic Avenger. Those are my 2 favorites. But I think I started hearing about Poultrygeist in 2004. Maybe it took like 6 or 7 years to get this movie on DVD. Man, I maybe 5 or I might be exaggerating, but I got this from Best Buy. I got the special edition with this documentary, and I was like, I watched the documentary, and I have some friends on my Facebook who like worked with Lloyd Kaufman, like Richard Taylor and Leroy. I think Leroy, you worked on Trauma. This movie made me never want to do anything with Trauma. As big of a fan as I was like, I could never work on like if you work on a Trauma movie, you're fucking dope in my book, man. After studying up on like what people go through to do a Trauma movie, like, and I think Lloyd Kaufman's even worse now that he's even older. Like, I couldn't. What the fuck did these people go through? You guys seen this movie, Return to Nukem High? That's a rough watch, man. That's a rough movie. A really cool movie that Trauma distributed was Blood Junkie. I like Blood Junkie. Good stuff. Anyways, Trauma stays on the shelf, baby. We got the Fly collection. There's an even newer Fly collection out now that has the David Cronenberg and then the sequel, which is good. I don't own the sequel. I have the David Cronenberg Fly. But all right, let's see what we got here. My knees are starting to hurt. I'm getting old, guys. I think all this is like slasher movies. I think the slasher movies are probably okay. So I just found this out. I love this movie. I enjoyed this movie when it came out. Midnight Meat Train. The dude who directed Versus, I think, directed this, right? He directed Godzilla Final Wars and I'm not even gonna try Kitamura. Pretty sure he directed Versus. Let's see what. Oh, guys, I'm that hurt just to get up. Oh, here, I got Godzilla Final Wars right here. Let's do that. Yeah. So the same guy who directed this movie directed Midnight Meat Train. That's so cool. I didn't know that. I just found that out like recently. That's nuts. This is a good movie, man. Oh my god. You guys hear that shit? My legs breaking as I get up. Anyways, oh, I got Evolver. Good old Evolver here. Used to watch this on Sci-Fi Channel whenever it'd come on. These are all my slasher movies. I got a ton of Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. Got some Chucky. I think I have all the Chuckies except for the original, which is stupid because the original Chucky's probably my favorite, but whatever. Got some Toby Hooper stuff. All right. You know what? I do see some stuff that is going to be removed. All right. I got the Fright Nights. This movie's weird. I wouldn't mind owning. What just happened here? Oh, it's right here. I wouldn't mind owning the remake of Fright Night. I really liked Fright Night, but I got the original Fright Night. Speaking of Chucky, Tom Holland. I like. Wow. I like the idea of. Anyways, I like the idea of taking Tom Holland's filmmaking advice for a horror movie is take something absurd and make it scary. So he made this is a boy, a vampire moves in next door, and the boy tries to convince everyone that there's a vampire living next door. It's pretty simple, and it goes completely off the rails, and it gets insane by the end. Like the vampire stuff is so fucking cool. They did an interesting sequel to Fright Night. Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite's in this movie. He's also in Terror Vision. It's a good movie, man. Friday Night 2. This is actually a bootleg. Can you get this on DVD yet? I don't know if I'm supposed to admit that I have a bootleg of this, but I have a really cool bootleg of Friday Night 2. If I can get that, I'll buy it though. Don't sue me, anybody. I like the remake though, and then they did another remake. They called it Fright Night 2, The New Blood, but it's another remake. It's not direct sequel to the already established remake. This movie gets insane, man. This is like somebody had their marijuana laced with angel dust and then tried to make a Hammer movie almost. Like towards the end, it gets fucking crazy. This is a cool movie though. Fright Night 2. It can remain on the shelf. What we got over here? I got a couple movies that we wouldn't talk about. Oh my goodness. This can all probably stay here. This can all stay here. Oh, I got The Strangers. I wouldn't mind watching that. That's a pretty good movie. I got all the aliens. I got the Asphyx. Yeah, that's all good. Got Red Letter Media's horror movie. What was it called? Jeez, Bottom Feeders, is that? Feeding Frenzy. Jeez Louise. American Gothic. That's a dark ass movie. I think this is all okay up here. Oh no. The Taiwan Wolfman Can Go. Which cover's cooler? Yeah, okay. Oh. All right. I don't got all day. What are we at? We're already at 25 minutes. I don't think this DVD works. I think this is This is from Taiwan or something. The Wolfman. I have the regular edition, so I'll toss that. Um, Reality Bleed Through. This is Jimmy Screamer Claus's DVD. I got number 62 out of 100, which is pretty freaking cool for me. Big Jimmy Screamer Claus fan. He's awesome. He did his own artwork on his DVDs. I love it. If I ever get back into movie making, my DVDs probably will look something similar. Oh, and he signed it for me. He put a heart. Jimmy Screamer Claus is cool. I was working on a movie before. I asked him if I could use any of his music for a movie we were working on. And he was like, "Yeah." He just sent me a bunch of music. I was just like, "This guy's so fucking cool." This is sad. This movie's disturbing. It's disgusting. There's a lot that happens in it. It's not for the faint of heart. But the guy who directed this, Ryan Nicholson, passed away last year. It was really sad. He got cancer, I believe. Very nice guy. For his movies are. He also made a movie called Hanger, which I don't own because I hated that movie. But he's just such a sweet guy. I was friends with him on Facebook for a while, and we actually talked like a year or two before he passed away. He was so positive. He's just a sweet freaking guy. That's sad. I'm not just saying that because he died. There's lots of directors that died that I don't like. I genuinely liked. I liked him better than I probably liked his movies. So I'm glad I have that. I think this movie might be getting taken off the shelf. The Sleeper. I'm not sure. I don't really like this movie. But it's cool. It's got that 70s 80s feel to it. I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Well, let's think about that one. Oh. A movie I followed on that was being made on MySpace was a movie called Freak Out. And I followed this movie for a pretty long time. Has anybody ever even heard of Freak Out? I love Freak Out. I think it's British, right? I don't remember. It might be New Zealand. Where was Freak Out made, guys? Find out for me. It's just as Michigan, and these guys are definitely foreign. It's an interesting movie. Ooh, The Witch. This is a very unsettling movie. I also have The Lighthouse, which I think I lent out. Don't really care if I get it back either. The Lighthouse is disturbing and disgusting, horrific, if you will. We got some killer shark movies. The Mega Shark 8 movie collection. I guess this belongs down here, but I ran out of room. I like the Jeffrey Combs movie Shark Man. And Shark in Venice. But even better than this, I got some Roger Corman. I got Sharktopus, Dino Shark, and Dino Croc versus Super Gator on here. Sharktopus is a wonderful film. Okay. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, yeah. Teen Wolf. I always forget Jason Bateman is in Teen Wolf, too. Great Neil Marshall movie, Dog Soldiers. I got the Steel Book edition of Dog Soldiers. Blair Witch. I'm a fan of the Blair Witch. I've got some shit for that in the past, but people can suck a butt. Oh, here's a good movie that doesn't need to be on here. The sequel to Unfriended. This wasn't very good, and I'm going to tell you why it wasn't very good. This is 100 times better than the original Unfriended, but the appeal to Unfriended was how horrible that movie is. It's so good that it's so bad that it's good. It's like a Happy Death Day. I love Happy Death Day. But I feel like maybe the people making these movies realize, was it Blumhouse? I forgot there's a company working for Universal making this bullshit, right? They might not have done this one. I don't remember. There's somebody working for Universal doing all like Happy Death Day, uh, The Purge, and all that. I think The Purge is one of those, but that's not staying on the shelf. It doesn't. It doesn't belong. It doesn't get to stay. Sorry, guys. Got the original Salem's Lot there too. Oh no! I dropped more stuff. Ooh, Battle Royale. Wonderful movie. I love Battle Royale. Oh, got some Shakorama. Shakorama kind of goes with Chemical Burn. I feel like Shakorama is like Chemical Burn's kind of the continuation. I'm not sure what is up with all that though. But I only own this Chemical Burn film, The Muckman, because Brett Piper worked on it. And Brett Piper's been making movies since the 80s, maybe even the late 70s. I think he did two like really cool sci-fi flicks in the 80s before getting into Shakorama. Well, first we have the Gregory Lamberson Slime City Grindhouse Collection. This has, I don't know why they put that this has Johnny Gruesome on here. So Gregory Lamberson, he did Slime City Massacre, which is like, no, he did Slime City. Slime City Massacre, was that the name of the sequel? Whatever, he did Slime City. That was like his first movie. Great fucking movie. And then he did a movie called Naked Fear, which is up there with Slime City. It's a really bad vampire movie, and it's not good. Or is that Undying Love? That's Undying Love. Naked Fear is awful. The guy from Slime City Massacre is in Naked Fear, and he's stuck in his house. He's agoraphobic. The dude from Undying Love, I think, is the guy who's like crazy in Naked Fear. Naked Fear is awful. But the worst thing on this DVD was his attempt at Johnny Gruesome. He does I don't like the new Johnny Gruesome either. I have friends who helped work on that. Fuck that movie. I don't even want to get into it. I didn't like Johnny Gruesome. I wouldn't mind seeing the sequel to Slime City though, for sure. My problem with Johnny Gruesome is it's about a guy who gets killed and comes back from the dead to get revenge. But the problem with Johnny Gruesome is there's nothing redeeming about him. I don't give fuck him. Like he does, I didn't feel bad when he died. Like his revenge isn't really warranted. It's not given any kind of like reason, like other than he's a fucking asshole who dies and then he comes back to life and he's still a fucking asshole. And there's not really any reason for me to care personally. I really hate that character. But his Gregory Lamberson's original attempt at he had a novel called Johnny Gruesome. I'm sure it's wonderful. I'm sure it's the greatest book I've ever written. They did like a short movie, and there's just this like shitty butt rock. And he's supposed to be like a metal. It's like Gregory Lamberson liked metal in the 80s, and he's trying to come back with metal in this, and it was just like, oh. I wonder how much money he put into that Johnny Gruesome. The feature he finally did recently, like in the last couple of years, was much better than that short though. I don't like it, but it was much better. I'll give him that. He doesn't give a fuck. Zombie Doom. Who directed Zombie Doom? Oh, duh. Schnoz. Zombie 90 Pestilence is on here. Was why I actually bought this DVD. And another great Shakorama zombie movie is Primitos. And that's Olaf Eatenbach. Good stuff, man. I love Primitos. I don't know what the DVD is. It doesn't matter. And then I got a bunch more of just like Suburban Nightmare is great. Yeah, it says Suburban Nightmare, Psycho Sisters, Skin Crawl, Drainiac, which I think was one of the first Shakorama movies. And then I got Necroville, Splatter Disco, Feeding the Masses, Creature from the Hillbilly Lagoon, fantastic movie. And then this last one has Shockorama, Bacterium, Bite Me, and Screaming Dead. So I got the full Shockorama experience right here, and then some. I like my Shockorama set. The most movies I have, I don't think I'm gonna end this pretty quick because I'm tired. The most movies I have from a single company, though, I think horror wise, is probably my Full Moon, my stack of Full Moon. Maybe we'll bring the camera up there before I turn this off. Oh, found another shark. Oh yeah, I just got this recently. This has Sharkenstein, Raiders of the Lost Shark, and Shark Exorcist. Sharkenstein's great. The other two I can live without personally. So there's my shark movie collection. Where's Jaws? I think Jaws is up with the Universal movies. I was gonna say, where's my Jaws? Wonderful movie, Argento's Dracula. Dario Argento trying to be Francis Ford Coppola in 1992 or whatever. Don't Breathe was good. We got anything else here? Got some John Carpenter movies. Got a Pakistani horror film called Hell's Ground, which is really cool. Will from Horror Yearbook sent me that. Mahakal, the Monster, which is a great Bollywood's take on Freddy Krueger, which is pretty cool. Uzumaki Hiroku the Goblin, Assault on this fucking wonderful movie. I got that at the $5 bin when I was like, I don't know, 16, 17. I like that movie. Oh my god, I'm getting old. My knees are hurting. I've been on my knees for too long. Well, friends, I think that about covers it. I got a good little chunk here, so I can put some movies in here now. Ooh, Underworld, Blood Wars. This is my girlfriend, Kate Beckinsale. I'm not sure if that needs to stay on there, but we'll just go with it. What else do we got? Oh, no, I got a couple more movies coming down. Three from Hell. Don't need it. Color Out of Space. This is going to piss people off. In the Box, baby. I did like Mandy. This movie reminded me of Mandy a little bit, but I hate this movie. I was so excited for this. And I watched it and I was like, In the Box. We got Creepshow and Sleepaway Camp series. The rest of this is Korean movie called The Witch. I kind of like The Witch though. I think The Witch might stay up here. All right, I got a couple movies down here that didn't make the cut. Where did the fly go? Oh, boy. All right, well, add that to. I have a box of movies. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this box of extra movies, but I didn't care for. I don't want to shit on Sid Haig because I'm a huge Sid Haig fan. I didn't care for The Devil's Rejects. Honestly, it's a cool movie. I like the work that went into it, and I can appreciate that much. But I didn't really like The Devil's Rejects. And I just feel like this was Now, with that said, House of a Thousand Corpses is wonderful. I do like House of a Thousand Corpses, which a lot of people would probably say that they like um, Devil's Rejects. I don't know. No, I think with time, a lot of people would probably agree with me that House of a Thousand Corpses might be Rob Zombie's best movie. I like the Halloween remake too, but yeah. Let's show before I end this. Let's show off the full moon movies. Oh, yeah. These are all giant monster movies. I got King Kong. I even got like War of the Gargantuas is probably my favorite. I did a full moon episode, but whatever. Just check this out. One of the best things I have from Full Moon, and this was on Sci-Fi Channel when I was a kid, was William Shatner's Full Moon Fright Night. And then William Shatner would host a full length. He'd host a full moon movie. This was only This was only one I could find. I got Hideous. I wanted Shrunken Heads might be my favorite episode. You can look up William Shatner just being a drunk asshole on the show. It was fucking cool. I'm glad I own this so I can tell people about it at the very least. We got Demonic Toys, Dollman, and Dollman versus Demonic Toys. Dollman versus Demonic Toys is probably the best out of the bunch. I remember watching that on Sci-Fi Channel. But I'm not a big fan of Dollman, really. I don't know. These movies are cool. They're silly. We got Shrieker. I have a Shrieker action figure actually up on my shelf. Yeah. One of the best full moon movies ever made. My boy Stuart Gordon has a little ditty known as Castle Freak. It's fucking dark, man. Another great full moon movie, From Beyond. I also have all the Reanimator stuff. I have that up there with the zombie stuff. But I was really excited about this DVD when it came out. I was waiting for this to come out. I remember watching this a lot on TV when I was a kid. And I wanted to see it uncut. Terror Vision. Ted Nicolau, right? Dude who did Subspecies did Terror Vision. I love showing this movie with a group of people. It's like The Toxic Avenger. If you have a room full of people who have never seen The Toxic Avenger, it's like, what is this movie? I got all the Subspecies. Speaking of Ted Nicolau, I have most of the Puppet Masters. I think a couple have come out. I have the Little Strike. I think I'm missing. I think there's 2 or 3 Axis of Evils, and I just have the first one on here. But pretty cool. I'm happy I own that. Oh, and then I have the first 3 Puppet Masters on DVD, which are my favorite parts of the series easily. I think it's hard. It's cool, funny because it's the same with Subspecies 2 and Subspecies 2 and Subspecies 3 are my favorites, and they kind of go together. They came out really close together, which is I think similar with Puppet Master 2 and 3. And these came out around the same time as Subspecies, and that was probably my favorite part. That was probably my favorite time for Full Moon was early 90s. Is he not on here? Pretty sure I'm friends with the guy who had a hand in this DVD, Monsters Gone Wild. And I don't know. I have an open copy. I got a second copy because I used to on Valentine's Day would always order the big random pack of movies. But got Evil Bong, Dead Man's Hand. Speaking of Sid Haig, Petrified. Petrified came out recently, right? Oh, it was 2006. Petrified. I think this is on Prime. If you guys are interested. Now this isn't fully Full Moon, but it's on here because let's see, it has Evil Bong 3. I think Sideshow might be Sideshow. Where is it? Full Moon. Might be wrong on that. Seed People. Head of the Family was the main reason I bought this. Lurking Fear. Oh, Deadly Instincts is on here. Holy shit. Anyways, Head of the Family is a great Full Moon picture. So yeah. There you guys. I've rambled on for an hour. I'm tired. So you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. I love you all. I got some cleaning taken care of. I was supposed to go to bed like an hour ago, and then I was like, I want to go talk about movies with strangers for a little bit. So, all right, guys, have a good night.